What up people, we're back to my YouTube channel today. In today's review I will be looking at using our mobile phone to edit our photos. Now, editing our photos on our mobile phone could be the easiest thing. Is it that people overdo it or people underdo it? In fact, so many people do not know the right app to use to edit their photos on their phone. There are so many powerful apps out there that you guys can use. The one I will be recommending for you today will be the one I will be demonstrating for you. And if you guys want to learn about this app that you can use to edit your photo like a pro, right? I want you guys to join me on the other side of the intro. We're gonna have fun together today. Okay guys, let's go. Okay guys, okay, you're welcome back, right? So before we start editing from our mobile phone, I want you to get your phone ready. The first thing I want to say is that, if this is your first time of watching this video, why not go ahead and subscribe, press on that, click on that notification bell to get notified each time I release any of my videos. And, like if you like what we do on this channel, and share with others. I will appreciate it. That will go a long way to support me in doing this. That's basically one of the only way you guys can support me back, because these are free, right? So today we're going to be looking at an app called Lightroom. Now, Lightroom is a major app that we use as professionals to edit our photos, from our, DSLR or, our digital cameras, in terms of like mirrorless cameras. And these are the pros, the kind of the major one that the pro use. The other ones like Capture One, Infinity, there are other ones. They're also available on the mobile, but like the Capture One is available on the mobile, but the Infinity, a lot of app out there that people use to edit their photos on their mobile. I'm not saying any one of those apps, they're not good or they're not the best, but I feel that because this one is available on the desktop and is the pro one that actually the pro use, and I think this is the best that you can use. So let's start away without wasting any further time. The first thing you will need to do is obviously go on your, so once you take, or you can listen, so you go on your app, you go on your app, and then you type in Lightroom in there. Once you type in Lightroom, you're able to kind of search for Lightroom, and then you download the Lightroom app. And when you download it, obviously you click on it, whether you're using Android or iPhone, it doesn't matter. You're able to do that. Okay. The next thing I want to show you guys is how obviously you guys can, once you open the app on your phone, you're going to see this. Next, you're going to see all these options on how you can import your photos. So you're going to click on the one that you feel is preferable for you, and then you click on that. You can select anyone. You have different ways of uploading. You can choose your camera roll. You can use other one. Anyone that you feel happy with, that will be okay. Okay guys, now we want to start to edit from our photos. So once you pick on any photos that you want to pick, so I'm picking on this particular photo to kind of edit today. So you can pick any photos from your particular phone. I'm using the iPhone here, iPhone 10. You can use any phone. I actually feel that the notes will be better. The note has got a pen, or anything has got a pen, but you can use your hand. Forget about any pen. This will work perfectly well. Now you guys can see here from the bottom here, I will show you guys the layout. Now you can see there's a selection tool there. There's healing brush, there's crop, there's profile, and I will show you what each one of them do quickly. I don't want us to spend so much time on this thing. I know you guys can do this perfectly on your own. I mean, the few things I think I need to show you guys, because you guys can walk through most of these things, right? As you guys can see, this is a raw photos which was just taken from my camera, but hasn't been edited in any way. So the first thing I wanted to do is actually light up the face of this person. So what I'm gonna do is just click on the selection tab there, and you can see the selection tab. Once I click on it, I have this plus sign on top, right? I'm going to click on that plus sign first, and you can pick either the but I will pick the round one. And what I will do next is I'm going to click on the face of person. Can you see that? And I just want to do the face alone, just the face of the person. So I'm just gonna drag it to make sure it fits the face. You guys can see what we're doing. So because most of the time you don't want to apply these changes to all the part of the body, you just want to make it to a specific part of the body. And I think the face, obviously in a portrait, that kind of a thing, the face is the main thing. So let's kind of try and lighten up this face. And I'm just gonna light it up a bit. I'm just gonna show you guys quickly. You guys can see there's a massive change now. Back from here, can you guys see? Can you see that change? It's a subtle change. You don't want to overdo it as well. You don't want to do it too much. I think that's pretty much okay. Back from where it was before wasn't that great, but you know. So now we have something that is much better now, and I think that's fine. That's fine at the moment. So I'm just gonna go next to go back here. And I'm just gonna do the clarity a little bit. You guys can see I'm still on the selection tool. I can do the clarity. I can move it back on 4. You try whatever feature, you can try the texture. The texture will allow you to have that texture on the skin still, which is good, but don't overdo everything. Now, having done all that, I think I'm pretty much happy with the way this photo look here. I'll click on this plus button down here, and I'll say that is to say okay, right? Okay button. Now, the next thing I want to do is the healing brush. The healing brush rather. I want to show you how to use the healing brush. Now I'll just show you, I'll demonstrate it now. We're in the healing brush area, so I'm going to just paint over that. I don't want this what do you call it there? There's a pole there. I don't want it there, so I'm just going to click press on that. Can you guys see? It will pick another part that is similar, and it will say, do you want that to replace that? Yes, I want to replace that because I feel it's perfect like that. I don't want to pull the, but anyway, this is not the perfect one. Where I'll spend a lot of time trying to remove that pole. Now, anyway, you guys can see that has been removed, and that's perfect, right? Like magic, We have that in Photoshop as well, and in Lightroom that we have on the desktop. Obviously, we use that as well. So anyway, the next thing I want to do right now is the crop tool, right? You guys can see this was originally the photo was here, so I can bring it down, crop it. I'm sure you guys know all this. Press OK. Anytime you do anything and you're happy with it, just press OK. There's different type of cropping there. That's fine. The next thing is a profile one. This is too for like black and white, different black and white. You guys can see, actually I love the black and white. I like this, I like this as well. Ooh, this looks better. But now I don't want to do black and white now just because I want to show you guys some stuff. So now the next one is auto. If I click on auto, it's going to select, it will just give me a color that it feels for the whole thing. Now that looks very pop and bright, and that, but I feel it's too much, right? So I don't want to use auto for it, right? I will still do some coloring at the end of the day. So the next one is this lights. So this light, you can reduce the exposure or the contrast. The highlights, you can either bring it down or increase it. I just want to put it like that a little bit, maybe +2 or +4, and then shadows, let me just put it like that. I think that's okay. And the black, I don't want to do it too much. I think that's okay too. Maybe -5, or I can bring it back a little bit and say -1. Okay. Oh, that's too much. Okay. So I think that's fine. So now this is the way I can change this color. You guys can see that the color wasn't that great. So I'll press on this sign beside the mix, and I will do that. You guys can see. The next thing I want to do is I want to make this colors pop. Now the yellow dress, I wanted to make it pop first. So let's drag it, right? Ooh, I don't know which one you guys prefer. I think that looks more natural, like yellow, right? I think that's pretty much okay. I'm satisfied. But next thing I want to, do the blue color. So I click on blue, right? The sky. I want to make the sky more, pop a little bit. You guys can see as I'm dragging, it's giving me different type of blue. I think that's okay. I just want it to pop, right? But you guys can always do it the way you want, remember? So if you don't like it, you can always change it your way. And that's it, right? I don't want to do too much. You can change other things. You can see different colors there. Whenever you see anything on the person, you can obviously apply color or, change, make that color pop, the particular color that you want to select, right? So let's go to the next one, which is the effect, right? You go to the effect one, you can see clarity, and we've done a little bit of that earlier on, but this is another one specifically for clarity, and I just want to put this one at 12. I think that's okay. For clarity, I'll move it back a little bit. Texture, I'll leave it like that. Now for this as well, sharpening it. I don't want to sharpen it too much. I want noise reduction and that as well, and smoothing the skin a little bit, but you don't want to overdo this here, otherwise it will just look like a doll or something like that. It will just look not natural. So we want to make this picture as natural as possible, right? So the next thing we're going to do is, obviously, now any picture I'm editing right now, I always enable the lens correction. So I put the lens correction on because what that does is that if your picture is a little bit not clear or a little bit blurry or something like that, it can correct it, in the right way. And in the chromatic aberration is sometimes when you have all these things on the side which are a little bit dark, maybe the middle is clear, it's sharp, but on the side it's a bit dark or something like that. You could correct it and make everything to be of the same, texture and things like that, which is great. Now the geometry, obviously this one you can, I don't want to press it, but obviously you can tweak your photo. If I show you can see the geometry moving forward, back, or let me just leave it as it is before. But you can play around with this one, but I don't normally use this one. The next one is what I also use a lot, right? So normally I go to the color here. You guys can see different options here, but I normally use this one most, right? Now, if I click on vivid, for instance, you guys can see, woo, the color pop. You guys can see that I'll pop, the color pops out, everything there just pops or naturally. But you can use other one like the natural one. The natural one looks too flat. This one looks a little bit too light. No, that one looks dark. That one looks dark. I think the vivid is good. It's, if you don't like it, obviously you don't have to use it. So you can leave it or say, okay, I like it the way we were before, or you use that vivid as well. Now, as you can see, I press OK to just accept that because I think I like it the way it is. Now, you can adjust your adjustment, take it back. If you want to erase anything, maybe you don't like the way the pictures has been edited, you want to change, you can do that as well in there. But also when you have this reset, obviously this is reset. If you click on the reset one, you can reset it to the original photo. So the photo, if you've done all the editing and you just think this is not good, I want to go back and start all over again, then you can click on all, it's just gonna go to just itself. I mean, the best thing is for you guys to take up this app yourself and start editing like a pro. And I'm just showing you how guys can edit, and I think this is basically how you can turn your own photos into take it to a different level. Now, if you want to export this photo, now the arrow up here, you guys can see that arrow that goes like going back is for anytime you do something you want to undo. It's like an undo button. And the cloud, if you see the button here, so if you because this app you can pay for the one on the desktop, and it will allow you to also have the advantage of storing your photo in the cloud with maybe a 1 gig or something like that. The Adobe will give you, so you can store your photo on that cloud, whereby you can, if you go on your computer, if you log into your to the Lightroom on your computer, you'll find this photo there as well if you store there. But anyway, I don't really use that. But now the next thing I want to show you before we go is all the option of exporting. You can export here, go to your, if you export here, it could take you to your things like your WhatsApp and the rest of things, anything that you want to export it to your Instagram and stuff like that, but I don't want to use that. Also, you can export to your camera, to your camera roll. You can, do a lot of export it to different, it gives you so many options, or you can invite people, you can open it in other ways. So, but what I want to show you guys before we go is, if I click on this the button on the edge here on the camera roll, you guys will see now there's something called watermark. So that's when you put your signature on your pictures, like things that you want to put. Now the next thing you do is I'll click on customize. If you click on customize, now you guys can say I wrote this one by myself. So this is my watermark on my pictures, right? I put this watermark there. So I wrote it myself. Just type it there. You type it in yourself and you can adjust it. If I begin to do this, you guys could see on the screen. If I move it, you guys can see how it's moving. This is it. If I want to make it like bigger, you guys can see it doesn't make sense. But anyway, I'm just showing that it's possible. You can write any watermark you want, move it up, down. You can move it sideways. You can move it anywhere. I think, this is just so much fun playing with this. So much fun. And you can put this one at 100% quality image, a JPEG, or you can pick other one that you want. It's just fun to use. I mean, this is all I just want to show you guys how you can take your photos from being flat, to look like more like a pro, even from your phone. You guys can see where we started from, and you guys can see where we are now. If you guys don't like what I have, the way I've edited it, edited this image, you guys can go ahead and edit your own photo the way you like. The good part is you can do whatever you want with this app. There's so much to do. You can brush things out, you can take things that you don't want out of the image out, you know, so much fun playing with it. So I want to challenge you to go out there, take on this app, and you start editing yourself, start creating this image and start editing. And let's see, you know, you can drop a message for me or leave your photos after editing them below, you know, the description below, to just see what everyone has done, right? That is essentially my, you know, review today, just to have fun together, to show you how you guys can take your photos from just being, you know, just flat to a different level. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this review today. I'm sure all of you have a mobile phone with you, and you guys can do this by yourself. Start doing it, start editing, you know. Let's continue to have fun all together, right? That is my review today. Until I see you guys next time, I say, guys, bye bye.